And I now give the floor to His Excellency Mr. Eli Cohen, Minister for Foreign Affairs of Israel.
Mr. President, Minister of Foreign Affairs, members of the Security Council, as we meet here today, young babies, children are held in Gaza. This is beyond imagination, a living nightmare. Ofri, 10 years old, Avigail, 3 years old, Maya, 17 years old, Raz, 4 years old, Aviv, 2 years old, Ariel, 4 years old, Kfir, little Kfir, only 9 months, Yuval, 8 years old, Ofir, 17 years old. There are just a few of the many children and babies that have not seen evil. They have not caused evil, but they are victims of evil. These kids witness horror which cannot be described by words. Mr. Secretary General, in what world do you live? Definitely, this is not our world. Do I want to remember the creation of hell, the shouts of the raiders in joining the hunt, cries of the wounded begging for life, faces of mothers craved with pain, hiding children, dripping with fear? No, I don't want to remember. But how can I forget? Do I want to remember this world upside down? Families vanish in the midst of the day. The mass grave steaming with vapor of blood. Mothers screaming for children in vain. No, I have to remember and never let you forget. This heart-burning poem was written by Alexander Kimmel, a Holocaust survivor in 1942. 5 years later, the United Nations General Assembly voted in favor of the creation of the Jewish state, the birth of the State of Israel. 75 years ago was a clear statement. Never again. Never again. Saturday, October 7, will go down in history as nothing less than a brutal massacre. Saturday, October 7, is a wake-up call for the entire free world, a wake-up call against extremism and terror. On that day, over 1,500 terrorists of Hamas and Islamic Jihad infiltrated Israel from the south with a viciousness exceeded even ISIS, killing over 1,400 babies, children, women, and men, and wounded over 4,000. They went from house to house, slaughtering entire families and individuals in the beds, on the streets, on the way to the synagogue, raping women, burned them alive, dancing and chanting on people's bodies. You have not been there. You have not seen the horror or smell it. Let us pause for a moment. Think about many innocent people that just wake up in Saturday morning. So many of them are not yet brought to a final burial. And let's recite the immortal words of the Jewish prayer for the dead, the Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה. This massacre will go down in history as more brutal than ISIS. Hamas are new Nazis. Hamas are the new Nazis. Just as the civilized world united to defeat the Nazis, just as the civilized world united to defeat ISIS, the civilized world has to stand united behind Israel to defeat Hamas. Let us no mistaken about Hamas' intention. I'm sure, Secretary General, you can read it. Its charter clearly calls for the destruction and elimination of the State of Israel. This will never be. Over 220 were taken hostage. Among the hostages, children who have seen their parents murdered. Holocaust survivor, elderly in need for care and medicine. We call for immediate the Red Cross access to all the hostages and their unconditional release. Present in this room, Moran Aloni. 7 members of his family were taken hostage. Moran's sister, Sharon Aloni Konyo, and Daniel Aloni were kidnapped with Sharon's husband, David, and their 3-year-old twins, Emma and Yuli. 3-year-old twin. Right now, while we are sitting here, they are held by the Hamas. Alongside Daniel's 5-year-old daughter, Amelia. Early morning, early Saturday, on the 7th of October, Sharon wrote on her family group chat that there are Hamas terrorists in their home, and they are hiding in the safe room. A few minutes later, she wrote that the terrorists set the house on fire, since if they are not able to enter into the room and to slaughter them, they burn the houses in order they will get out. And they written that they are choking in the safe room. A few minutes later, Moran received a private message from his sister. We are dying. Help us. The family received information that Sharon, Daniel, Emma, Yuli, Emilia, David, and Ariel, David's brother, are held in captive by Hamas terrorists in Gaza. Here with us is another family, Hersh Goldberg Polin, a young man, age 23, one of the beautiful and innocent participants in the music festival. Hersh is seriously injured. On his phone, the last 2 text messages he managed to send to his parents before he was kidnapped to Gaza. I love you. I'm sorry. That's what he wrote to his parents. There are other family here with us today, the family of Itai Chen, Kit and Aviva Segal, Liad Benin, Idan Alexander, Omer Ventura, and there is so many more. Qatar, which finance and harbor of Hamas leaders, could influence and enable the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages held by the terrorists. You, members of the international community, should demand Qatar to do just that. The meeting should conclude with a clear message: bring them home. Bring them home. I would like to listen to this recording.
Z News.